top of this top division.
The power is now firmly with the Premier League. That will never be given up, in my opinion. You bring the First Division as an adjunct to it. So you've got your up and down, probably 18 clubs, maybe 18 in the Premier Division, 20 in the First Division, and then the rest of them will probably have to regionalise.
A European Super League based on midweek will happen and will be played in addition to the national leagues in every major country across Europe.
Good evening, welcome to Magpie TV, where tonight you'll watch Barcelona versus Newcastle United in the European Super League.
He'll watch it on his own local Newcastle cable station because the BBC or ITV won't be able to afford the rights to the game. The cable operator will have paid a fortune for it, but he knows he'll get the money back from subscription. It's probably going to be done on pay-per-view, so you put a card and a number on your telephone, tap it in, £5 docked from your account, the game pops up.
I don't think there'll be any room for fanzines once we have pay-per-view TV systems, once we have credit card entry to ground, a more middle-class audience which will be bombarded with literature as soon as they walk in through the turnstile anyway.
The corporate world will control most of the ticketing at major clubs, and there will be little opportunity for a fan to write to his club at the beginning of August and say, I wouldn't mind seeing this season, because if you didn't sign up 10 years ago, then you're not going to get a seat.
The new style of fan will see losing as a sign of failure and will not want to turn up. Hence, the hardcore support that always carries a club through its leaner times will have gone, priced out, to be replaced by people who are really just glory hunters.
We have to change things fundamentally. We need to be proactive if we're going to get soccer into the 21st century. And that change will only come, in my opinion, from the Premier League and the chairman within the Premier League.
What people want are meaningful, entertaining games. And coincidentally, that's exactly what television wants. So if you get it right on the field, you'll get it right off the field.
You have to remember, he who pays a piper calls a tune, and television will pay, and the Premier League and any other footballing or sporting body will dance to that tune.
If this is the future of football, you can stuff it, because I and all the other old-style fans just want no part of it at all.
Next week, we'll be looking back at the 1970s, to some minds the heyday of British football. Until then, good night.
70s. What was so good about the 70s? Anything I can think of that was good about the 70s, where the wagon wheels were bigger and you got a bigger portion of Bovril. I don't know. I mean, look at this, 1975. Oh, who's champions? Liverpool. Well, fancy that. That was interesting, wasn't it?
Hey, you've got it all wrong, dude. The 70s were the coolest, man. Dig this.
Fabaruni.
Well, what about the national side, eh? Didn't have to qualify in 1970, didn't qualify in 74 or 78. They were terrible, rubbish. You know, it's as bad as it is now. It's all happening again, isn't it? 70s, rubbish, terrible.
Yeah, man, but check out these dudes. Bowles, Curry, and Worthington. Yeah, but where were they when England needed them? Left out. Even that cool cat Duncan McKenzie. He never played that much.
Will you turn the noise down? What's going on? Can't anybody get any sleep round here? Have you seen the time?
Who's that? Oh my God, it's Duncan McKenzie! All right, Duncan, how are you, mate?
Well, who did you think it was?
All right, what are you doing?
I've heard you slagging off the 70s. What's up with you? I mean, the 70s was a great time. Great characters, great players, great teams. It was proper football in those days.
Well, like what great characters? Go on.
Great players at Liverpool and Manchester. It's because you're biased towards Everton. I can remember you scally round the back of the Gladys Street, catching tickets off me.
All right, yeah, less said about that, the better, actually, Dunk.
The quality's all gone, man. I mean, in the 70s, people put the foot on the ball, they enjoyed it. They had a rapport with the spectators, with the crowd, they had a pint with them before and after the game. Not anymore, they're all super athletes, superstars now. You need agents now, so you've got to speak to an agent to get an autograph. What's up with you?
Well, listen, mate, don't go away. I'm going to go make a cup of tea. Do you want one?
No, I'm going back to sleep, thanks.
Fancy that? Duncan Mackenzie in the bottom board. I believe in miracles. Aye. What's that doing in me flat?
Yeah, don't you start. Don't you start, because we done you in 77.
Yeah, well, never mind that. You reckon that the 70s were the golden era of football?
Throughout the 70s, the football was superb. It was great to watch. There was good characters in the game. There was great teams in the game. 15th and 16th in our league now wouldn't have got in our reserves 20 years ago. Until Manchester United have conquered Europe, as we did, we won 4 European trophies in 6 years at Liverpool. And that I mean, you talk about the great Real Madrid side that won 5 European Cups on the belt. We won 4. Anyway, that sorted the 70s out, mate. We were much better than what it's going now. Anyway, I've got to carry on with me hoovering.
Oh, no, there's another rat in me kitchen. This seems becoming a nightmare.
Do you want a piece of toast, Simon?
Davy Fairclough, super sub.
How you doing?
All right, yeah, I'll have a piece of toast, mate, yeah. Don't tell me you're going to harp on about the 70s as well.
Oh, they were fantastic, the 70s. Fantastic.
Well, like, why?
Well, you can't tell now whether the kits are pyjamas or football kits. In the 70s, it was either all red or all blue. It was great. Everybody identified with their team.
Can I just ask you something else, Dave? Because it just struck me, right? Well, Emmeline's getting on right. Duncan would look like he's getting old. But you haven't changed. What do you have on your toast, mate? I want some of that.
I was one of the few that didn't have a curly hair in those days. All mine's natural. Never spent a penny on my hairdos.
Forget the toast. I want to talk to Dunk again. He's a good blue. Oh, hey, Dunk! You won't believe it. Emily using. Oh, perhaps it was a dream. Let me head back down. Yeah, all right.
Cool, man. Are you convinced now that the 70s were just fab?
Oh, you again? Well,
Yeah.
no, actually, no.
Eh?
What about all the AG, AGR, AGRO aggro from the 70s, eh? No one mentioned that, have they? No, it wasn't too clever, was it? And, yeah, what about the bad hairstyles? Oh, plenty of bad hairstyles around, weren't there? Bad side, the centre parts. No one's too proud of that now, are they?
What's wrong with
Not
that?
to mention the pitches. Yeah, absolutely disgraceful. No, thank you very much. I'll stick with the 90s, when the players are fitter, they dress better, and besides which, who can complain about a decade when Liverpool never win nothing?
Hey, yes. Who's in control now, eh? You look great, man. You look great. That's cool. Coming down the disco, then?
That's unbelievable! Just when you need something special from somebody special, Eric Cantona provides it. There's Cantona, here's Wallace. Cantona! Oh, 3-2 to Leeds United. And the Frenchman scores his second. Cantona. Taking the bypass round McDonald. Look at Giggs in space to his right. Cantona goes it alone. It was a pretty good decision too.
Maradona parce que pour le joueur, pour le personnage. C'est un mec, je trouve qu'il a une vie intéressante, quoi. C'est un génie, il pouvait pas avoir une autre vie que celle qu'il a, quoi. Et en tant que joueur, c'était un phénomène.
Here's Maradona again. He has Burchaga to his left and Valdano to his left. He won't need any of them. Oh, you have to say that's magnificent. There is no debate about that goal.
Non, il a marqué un but avec la main dans sa carrière, faut pas le cataloguer par rapport à ça. C'est vrai que j'ai remarqué que par rapport aux médias anglais, quoi, il a plutôt mauvaise image, on l'admire pas trop, quoi. Pas beaucoup de gens parlent de lui, alors que pour moi il est plus qu'un exemple, quoi. Ce qui me plaît le plus, c'est quand une équipe joue pour gagner, non pas pour ne pas perdre. Voilà, ça devient de plus en plus rare, encore une fois, ailleurs qu'en Angleterre, quoi. Parce qu'ici, on voit des buts, quoi. Il y a ce qu'il faut pour satisfaire les gens, quoi. Pour qu'on soit nous-mêmes joueurs satisfaits, quoi. Mais ailleurs, c'est ça, quoi. Genre Cruyff, quoi. Cruyff, quand ça va mal, quand il perd 7-3, quoi. C'est beaucoup mieux que faire 0-0 et perdre 1-0, quoi. Voilà. C'est-à-dire que même dans la défaite, il est grand. But, parce que marquer un beau but quand on gagne 4-0, les trucs comme ça, quoi. Il manque quelque chose, quoi. Un beau but, c'est un but important et un beau but. Donc celui-là, il était important et il était beau. Beau parce que, enfin, je sais pas, quoi, si vous pouvez le faire voir, quoi. Ça parlerait mieux que toutes les choses que je pourrais dire, moi, quoi. Les images sont beaucoup plus belles que les mots. Puisque nous, on a quand même de la chance, puisqu'on est en bonne santé. Puis on fait un jeu, on est en plein air, on gagne de l'argent, on gagne des trophées. Donc on a de la chance, on a beaucoup de chance. Mais en même temps, il ne faut pas... C'est-à-dire qu'il faut avoir conscience de ce qui se passe autour, quoi. Ça fait du bien de rencontrer des gens de d'autres milieux, quoi, qui ne sont pas aussi aisés que le nôtre, qui n'ont pas autant de chance que nous, quoi. Et savoir que finalement, on a... C'est-à-dire vraiment prendre conscience de la vie, quoi, de la difficulté de la vie. Platini il a eu une idée qui, je trouve, est une bonne idée. Il veut interdire le tacle par derrière. Voilà une bonne chose, quoi. Mais il y a beaucoup de joueurs qui faudrait qu'ils fassent vite leur valise, et puis, parce que s'il n'y a plus ça, je ne sais plus comment ils pourraient faire pour jouer, quoi. Mais ça serait une bonne chose, quoi. Rien du tout. C'est pas que je me plais particulièrement, mais je suis comme ça, et puis bon, j'ai une certaine éducation, j'ai une certaine idée sur la vie, sur mon sport, et quoi qu'on dise, quoi qu'on fasse, personne ne me fera changer. Je changerai ce que moi j'ai envie de changer.
For all the pleasure they give me to play in this magnificent football, English football. Thank you very much to everybody.
Être reconnu par les gens du milieu professionnel, c'est pour moi ce qu'il y a de plus important, quoi. Voilà, quoi. Comme un compliment d'un grand manager est beaucoup plus important. 2 mots d'un grand manager sont beaucoup plus importants que 10 ans de compliments d'un journaliste quelconque, quoi. Pas quelconque, d'un journaliste qui est vraiment persuadé de détenir la vérité, quoi. D'un journaliste qui est donneur de leçons, qui est lu par des millions de gens et qui est complètement à côté de la plaque, quoi. Non, on fait métier public, on fait des bêtises. J'ai fait une bêtise et ils sont là derrière, ils critiquent.
There's a card coming out. It's red and Cantona goes.
C'est normal. Et puis, quand les gens parlent de toi, c'est que tu existes, quoi. Et je suis fier qu'ils parlent de moi, quoi. En bien ou en mal. En bien ou en mal.
Another masterstroke from Eric Cantona.
Right, now, Alan from Southampton is waiting to talk to us. Alan?
Hello, David.
Oh, hello, Alan. one of our younger little chap listener things. So always nice to hear from our younger little chap listener things. Now, you're a Southampton fan, I presume. How old are you?
Yeah, actually, I'm 47 and I'm not a fan, I'm the manager.
Oh, dear. Right, well, I have to cut you off there, I'm afraid. Now, remember, any ladies out there, please give us a call. Not enough lady fans ringing in and offering us their little opinions. So we always love to hear from you. Give us a call if you can. Now, what have we got now? Dean on line 3. Hello, Dean. What's your point?
Yeah, I want to know what some of these commentators are on, David.
Yes, yes, and why is that, Dean? Why?
Well, you know, there's these geezers like Alan Green, yeah, on the radio, and they come on saying Chelsea this afternoon wearing blue shirts, blue shorts and white stockings, yeah? But footballers, they wear socks, don't they? Not stockings, you know? I mean, when was the last time you saw someone score wearing a Chelsea shirt and a pair of stockings, eh?
Right, well, I don't think I should answer that one, Dean, but an interesting point nevertheless.
Hi and welcome back to Inside Right. This week it's Home Park and Plymouth Argyle. Under manager Peter Shilton, the Pilgrims are all set to return to Division 1 for the first time since 1986. Although Home Park has never hosted Premier League football, in 1973 Plymouth did put one over on the world's best footballer when they beat Santos 3-2, Pelé scoring one of the Brazilian goals. 2 weeks ago, we featured Billet Lane football pitches at Ivor Heath in Buckinghamshire. They were under threat of development. 20 football teams had been told at the end of the season they were being made homeless. For some, it could have spelt the end. Well, our programme has dug up a real hornet's nest about the future of the pitches, and it looks like now they'll be saved. With the World Cup getting ever closer, we thought it was time for another standing room only competition. We're giving away a complete set of 6 World Cup t-shirts featuring poster designs from previous tournaments. All you have to do is tell us which country has scored the most goals in any one tournament. Is it A, Brazil, B, Hungary, or C, France? Give us a ring on 0891 339900. Calls cost a maximum of 25 pence and lines close at midnight on Thursday. Bet your life that this summer will see a spate of dodgy World Cup songs. Now you may be thinking that we're exempt from this, but think again, as Standing Room Only can exclusively present Boss and the official England Not in the World Cup song.
We've done that! Do I not like that? Do I not like that?
But we think that this summer's World Cup #1 will be this record, recorded by the German World Cup squad with the Village People.
Far away. Chance to take it, made in America. We're gonna make it, get it up and shake it.
Time for the supporter-loo, and some rather famous people have been moaning on the throne.
Now, certain people in Manchester, and possibly even certain people on Merseyside, don't realise that I'm a Merseysider with, well, let's put it this way, slightly more blue blood than red. Now, here's a curious thing. Maybe the big Merseyside derby next season could be Liverpool against Tranmere?
We just want to say we are sick of the way women are treated at football. Every single week there's a comment about how men are playing like women and it's not on. Some of the behaviour on the pitch by the men is disgusting. We could play better than them.
Well, just hope that everyone's supporting us in the World Cup and we're trying not to let anyone down and hopefully everyone will enjoy it.
I'm a Tranmere fan. I don't want Sky Television to have the monopoly on showing the Premiership football. I want BBC and ITV to give the football back to the masses. That's all I've got to say.
Hello, my name is Jim Beglin, ex-Liverpool, Leeds and Republic of Ireland fullback, and I'm a Chelsea fan of old, and of course Chelsea meet Manchester United in the FA Cup final. Now, I was a member of the last side to do the double in England. That was Liverpool in '86, and I hope that goes on to be a record for some time to come. I hope Manchester United falls short at Wembley on May the 14th. Come on, Chelsea.
Tranmere are going up, Everton are going down.
Throughout this series, we've been asking you to write in about the conditions of toilets at your ground. Judging by our postbag, it's an issue that upsets a lot of you. So yesterday, at a top-secret North London location, we brought in Simon Inglis,
a leading authority on stadia design, to announce the best and worst of bogs in Britain. Our team has been working hard counting up your votes, and Arsenal have cleaned up. Even a Tottenham fan has written to us in praise of the toilets at Highbury.
Well, Mark and Ian, you're responsible for the toilets here at Highbury, so on behalf of all the viewers of Standing Room Only, I'd like to say well done for the best toilets. Very well deserved, very well. So why has this won the Standing Room Only award for the best bogs? Well, plenty of things to look at. First of all, nice white urinals, none of this stainless steel nonsense. There's a misnomer if ever there was one. And if you look over here, you can see some nice chrome taps, nice working order, soap dispensers, and of course mirrors, so that the Gunner fan can always feel that he's looking his best for those awkward 0-0 draws that they're so accustomed for. And here we've got the cubicles here, locks that work, yes indeed, and we've got toilet paper. There's a little nicety that not a lot of clubs think about, and of course hooks on the back of the door, bright light and ventilation. Couldn't be better really. So if you'll excuse me a minute. Oh, God, I thought they'd never go. Oh.
We contacted Swansea to see what they thought of our award, and they said they've got no plans in the near future to improve facilities because they're planning to move to a new stadium. So well done the Gunners, but generally the picture's not too good. The vast majority of letters we got were from women, and from the feedback we got, it seems that clubs just aren't recognising that there's a rapidly growing number of women who regularly go to matches. Keep your letters coming. Write to Inside Right, BBC North, PO Box 27, Manchester, M60 1SJ.
Right, here we are at King's Cross. Trying to see if I can sell Sean a pension. Sean!
Shush, I'm trying to sort out where I'm going for the day. Edinburgh, Glasgow, Leeds, Aberdeen,
Sean!
Cambridge,
Sean!
Peterborough.
Would you come to Middlesbrough with me?
It's not up on the board.
I'd like to formally invite you to Middlesbrough to see my team play your team.
There he is, Sean Hughes. Can you believe it? He started supporting Palace about 2 years ago when he realised that it was the thing to have a football team, and he liked the fact that they had two names, Crystal Palace. He thought it was something to do with a game show on Channel 4. So yeah, I'll have a bit of Crystal Palace. I mean, prediction for the score this afternoon, Sean, is Middlesbrough 3, Palace 1, but it's a Palace consolation scored very late on when it don't matter.
Excuse me, when did we sign Maddison? When did we sign... Who's Maddison? What position does he play for?
It's Mortimer.
Oh, right. Yeah. When did they sign you up? Are you playing today? Okay, thanks anyway. There's our new player, Maddison, a name to watch out for.
Here we are in Darlington, in sight of the very first passenger railway between Stockton and Darlington.
Those floodlights seem very old.
The most powerful floodlights in Middlesbrough, then.
Look, it's only a game, right? Let's not fall out over it. I've had enough of you, Sean. Look, it's just a game. I hope you win.
Oh, this is it, Sean.
Oh, right. What does the A stand for? Average.
Our football club.
Middlesbrough Average Football Club.
Football club.
Average Football Club.
Let's see who's commentating. It's Gerald Sinstad. He's sat a bit close to that fella, isn't he? Spanner down there.
Where?
It's down there.
Oh, it's cute, isn't it?
Made a little nest.
I think he supports Borough.
Got it.
It's great how at half-time they give you that massage and everything. I didn't know they'd do that.
That's fabulous, wasn't it?
Yeah. See, this is all I can do. I can't get so excited. Can I get terrible? Can you turn the camera our way so I can celebrate to the camera, please? Because I'm in the borough end, I can't really celebrate. So. Well, we're the champions now.
Yep, looks like it.
Just say goodbye to the Palace players here. Football is great, isn't it? It's a bloody great game, isn't it?
What are you doing here?
You play a game, you win, you're in another division. Come on.
I'm cheered right up now.
Well,
He's right, you know. It's just a game.
It's just a game.
You see, Sean's on and up because the team have been promoted, but don't you think...
Promoted? Champions?
It's a little bit pointless, Sean, given that they're not very good.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Huh? I don't want to bring you down, Rose.
Well, you have.
I've just been speaking to the director and he said we're going to get as our new manager, but I'm not allowed to say that.
I'll just be here because I'm a bit...
Off you go, Sean.
Like champions. What? You've brought me right down.
Champions are out, Sean. We were a disgrace.
We won the league, but yeah, you've kind of put...
See, it's just a game. It don't matter. It don't matter really, does it?
Standing room only. If only that were the case. But for a lot of fans, it's sitting room only from now on as the terraces get pulled down. Few will be missed more than the Cop at Anfield. And we couldn't let the last show slip by without paying tribute to it. So we decided to do it in style and get the Royal Liverpool Philharmonic and the Liverpool Community Choir together and give them the entire Cop.
So a big night tonight for Arsenal and a big night as well for Brian Moore. I'm sure he'll be commentating on the big event. I worry about Brian Moore. I think he's possessed by the devil. I do. Because he's got two voices, right? He'll start talking quite normally and then he'll suddenly start growling for no apparent reason. Dick